This one's Vanishing Point. It's by Fred V and Graphics. It's out on Hospital now. It was a Christmas cracker giveaway, but you have to pay for it now. It's available at Hospital. Released around Christmas Day.
You're tuned into the Bass Lab podcast show on crisisdnb.com.
Yes, I'm loving that tune. This next one's from Filthy Habits. It's called Get Crunk. It's another free giveaway.
You can get crunk in the club. What? You can get crunk in the club. Roll with your hood, get soft in the club. Hey, or you can get buck in the club.
Check the style, check the flavour. This is the Spooker Sonic right about now. And you're now in tune to the DJ Neo, Crisis Crew.
You can get buck in the club. You can get crunk in the club. What? You can get crunk in the club. Roll with your hood, get soft in the club. Hey, or you can get buck in the club. You can get crunk in the club. What? You can get crunk in the club. Roll with your hood, get soft in the club. Or you can get buck in the club. In the club.
This one's a big tune.
In the club.
Massive shout out to Filthy Habits for this one.
In the club. In the club. Or you can get buck in the club.
Don't forget, I've put all the links up for all these free downloads so you can get hold of them yourself. So big shout out to everyone in the chat room. Out to Inertia, out to Cam, out to MX, out to all the Facebook crew. Out to Germany, out to Poland, out to United Kingdom, out to Georgia, out to Ireland and Czech Republic. Out to all the ones that listen to this. Out to all the ones that listen to it back as a podcast. I'm putting the links up so you can subscribe.
You can get crunk in the club.
This one I picked up from Kenichi. It's a free download again. You can find this on his Facebook page. It's called Shillings. It was out this week. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, or over the next few weekends, on the 19th of January we've got Definition at Hidden in London. It's about £9 a ticket. And on the 25th of January in Portsmouth, down the bar, we've got Aphrodite at Fever. I'm going to be going along to that one. Vinyl Richie's on that. Big shout out to the Mercury crew, everyone involved. Had to push forward, had to Fever.
Whereabouts did you come from? Whereabouts did you come from? Where did you come from?
Yes, so this one's the VIP. This one's off that same Hospital Christmas cracker. This is Run Riot by Cameo and Crooked. It's the VIP, it's a big tune.
Oh,
It's a big tune from Cameo and Crooked.
From where do you come?
Loving that one.
Venice, Italy. Mongol horsemen are in Europe. And they're not very far from Venice.
This
Now,
one's
your
from
country
Trickster and Duster. It's
was
called
taken
No
by
Doubt.
And they established a tyrannical rule there. Would you resist or just give up? Resist, of course. Well, that's exactly what we've done. But you'll fail. And you'll all die. If we die, the next generation will fight them too. And the one after them, for as long as they must. And eventually we shall succeed. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. From where do you come? Venice, Italy. Mongol horsemen are in Europe. And they're not very far from Venice. Now, if your country was taken by Mongols, and they established a tyrannical rule there, would you resist or just give up? Resist, of course. Well, that's exactly what we've done. But you'll fail. And you'll all die.
So
If
make
we
sure you
die,
get liking my
the next
Facebook
generation
page.
will fight them too.
I'm putting details up there
And the
this
one
week
after them,
on how you can subscribe to
for as
this
long as they must.
podcast. Get it straight to your iPod, your iPhone, your Android device
there's no doubt
every
about that.
week.
There's no doubt about that.
A ring powered by the energy of will was sent to every sector to select a crew. In order to be chosen by the ring, it said one must be without fear. Together, these 3,600 recruits formed the intergalactic peacekeepers known as the Green Lantern.
Yeah, this one's on Walking Dead Recordings. It's by a producer called Easy. It's the Green Lantern. This one was out on the 22nd of October last year.
The Green Lantern.
This one's definitely a producer to watch out for. I reckon big feat 2013 for this guy. So in just over 10 minutes time we're going to have the guest mix. This guest mix is from our new DJ, he's going to be a resident on Crisis. His name's Darkside.
Green Lantern. Billions of years ago, a race of immortals harnessed the most powerful force in existence, the emerald energy of willpower. These immortals, the guardians of the universe, built a world from where they could watch over all of existence, the planet Oa. They divided the universe into 3,600 sectors. A ring powered by the energy of will was sent to every sector to select a recruit. In order to be chosen by the ring, it was said one must be without fear. Together, these 3,600 recruits formed the intergalactic peacekeepers known as the Green Lantern. Green Lantern.
on crisisdnb.com.
Yeah, so we're going to be slowing it up a little bit now. This next one. Changing the pace a little bit. This one's from the Hospital Christmas Cracker again. It's by Lung, it's called Patience. We got two more tunes for you, and then we got the guest mix from Darkside. It's going to come in two parts. First part is the Mad World. I'm only going to play half this one, it's quite long. The next one, changing the style a bit again. It's on the same EPs. It's the last one from that EP, it's the Christmas Cracker, make sure you get hold of it. It's on Hospital, it's out now. So this one's called Spy. It's by Spy. It's called Run to Me with Georgia Yates. It's the Others remix. Don't forget the track listing will be up for this one and part 1 and part 2. All the details to download the free downloads or where you can get hold of the other tunes. You can send me tracks via email at neo@crisisdnb.com. You can add me on Facebook, you can follow me on Twitter. If you want a shout out, you can send them too. To the UK, Poland, Germany, Netherlands, Lithuania, Belarus, Georgia, Czech Republic and Ireland. Everyone in the chat room. And to all the podcast subscribers. Up next we got Dark Side. The guest mix, Mad World, part 1. Catch him live on Crisis DNB this Tuesday, 7:30 till 9 PM. So yes, this is the guest mix from Darkside.
You're tuned into the Basslab Podcast Show on CrisisDNB.com.
It was mixtape, spray cans, subway trains. It was black books, markers, and halls of fame. It was Celto Adidas with super fat laces, and the girls with the knee socks rocking the braces. Yo, it was basketball and smoking pot and pushing down the pedal till the motor's hot. Rum and coke a lot, coma stare. When push came to shove, it was love. Listen, it was getting tatted, smoking cigarettes. It was exact papers, time to build a spliff. It was getting digits, kinda hit and miss. It was happiness, lies, and kids. Come on, it was making out for hours, sharing a shower. It was sleepover parties, it was midnight hours, yeah. Getting into fights, dodging the cops. We was rocking the club on the drop. You can change your style, but you can't change the way that I feel about time. Cause time went gold in 89 and kept it live through 95.
Sonic right about now. And you're now in tune to the DJ Neo, Crisis Crew.
Yeah, big shout out to everyone that's locked in. That's the Smoking Rhino in the chat room, that's MX. This is the Dark Side. He'll be live on Crisis D&D this Tuesday. This is the Mad World Mix. Part 1. Only about 5-10 more minutes of this. This is the Baselab Podcast Show Volume 3.
You're tuned into the Baselab Podcast Show on CrisisDNB.com.